Well, a couple of minutes ago I heard a thump. I heard a thump on the side of the boat. Now I knew that there was a golf course somewhere down there because Kevin mentioned it to me just yesterday. Just go through the mud, see what I can see. Yeah, there's a green, I can see a little red flag, and so presumably the tee, or where they take the shots, is right in directly ahead, so I'm literally in the line of fire. They would have to overshoot the green by about 100 yards, which obviously is not that difficult to do. And I don't know where it struck. Hopefully the bushes maybe slowed it down. It didn't feel, it was a distinct thump, but it didn't feel too hard. I'm kind of a bit worried now. I just heard a club strike a ball somewhere behind me. I'm worried something's going to come flying through the hedge. I think clearly I've got to move. I've got to move. Tailor-made quality ball as well. I remember when I used to sort of faff around trying to play golf. So that's there. Hard to say, but it's going to have hit. Where will it have hit? The thing is, right, the boat does take scratches from trees and branches and things, so it would be difficult to tell. The worry, of course, is that a high dropping ball might hit a solar panel, and one of these things would probably, I mean, I think it would seriously damage a solar panel because they are very thin. It's very thin. It's 5mm thick, if that. It would just go straight through if it was dropping from a height. The wind, of course, the wind is blowing across. The wind is blowing up from the south, but across, there's a component blowing across here as well. So they've got the force of the wind added to the ball. Yeah, so anyway, interesting little feature of parking next to a golf course. I think I'll just throw it back over. I've got no use for it. Rather than throw it in the bin, let someone have it. Stray ball. I don't think there's too many players out today because it's a really windy day, and I don't think the golfists like to play when it's too windy because the ball just goes everywhere. You can't, when it's this gusty. We're getting 40-mile-an-hour gusts today, and when it's this gusty, it's very difficult to judge. I heard someone shout 4 while I was sat in the boat a few minutes ago as well, so I'm going to have a little nose. I wonder, should I do it now? Let's have a look now. I'm just going to have a quick stroll, see if I can find something. Yeah, look, it's one of the sort of downsides of winter, really. This is Kevin's boat. I don't want to disturb anyone. Mind you, it's 11 o'clock. It's this one. I'm just looking for a cut through. I was just looking for a cut through for the bike, you know, to get to the cross the. Some.
Golf course,
Yeah, no. Oh, I know. I've just been hit by a ball.
you haven't.
I just have, yeah. I'm gonna have to move down into this spot. But I'll do it later.
How did you get?
Well, the wind. I think the wind's partly this way and partly south. So they've got extra power. And no, I was just sat there having a cup of coffee. Bump on the side of the boat. Goes out, there's a golf ball on the flat. And guess what it would be? But if it was about 6 inches to the right or left, it would have been the window. And where am I going to get glass?
Yeah, I was out in the rain yesterday cleaning me. It's not brilliant, but it's a lot better than it was.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
It was getting covered in mud, so.
Oh, mine's a disgrace. I can't even face looking at mine at the moment.
I'm just off to B&M and Tesco. Oh. Yeah, I was going to come and see you on the way off.
Yeah, I thought I'll just have a look, but sometimes you'll find a little cut through, and if I can dive through on the bike, you know, because there's a little path here.
Yeah, you might be better just round the corner because there are some gaps
Oh, are there?
around the corner.
You see, the problem is, right, once we get so far,
You get it.
it's just easier to just go for the road, yeah.
I had a look at that cafe online on the laptop last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do them breakfasts. Just
Yeah,
just
yeah.
under a tenner.
Oh, I had a look as well, yeah. I didn't get the price.
Yeah, just under a tenner of 9 something, I think. 9.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll have one of them here.
Are you game up for it? Yeah, nice one,
Well, on
matey,
like
yeah.
Monday, something like that, perhaps.
Monday will do me. I just popped out. I've only got this thin shirt on, so I'm bloody.
I know you're braving it, aren't you?
Well, I just had to see what the bang on about was. You never get a bang on about. I've had once or twice. I think I've had kids go past and just
Yeah.
have a little knock on about. You know, no real, nothing naughty. As long as things don't escalate, it's fine. You know, it's just a bit unsettling.
Well, you know, like I say, I was there in the summertime and all that.
And you never had a problem.
And that
Mate,
bloke's looking for his ball now, isn't he?
Well, I threw it back over anyway,
you
but
You'll get in here, won't you? But the only problem
Yeah.
is you under this then.
no, there's not much solar. But what it is for me is I like an open air morning because my windows are quite small.
Yeah. You
So
want the light.
yeah, I want the light in the boat. So I do look, but at the same time, I mean, this is my first morning here, and I've already been hit once.
I know, I can't believe it.
You know, where am I going to get glass from
Yeah.
if that window goes through?
Because where you are, there's a pathway there, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be played.
This is what I was thinking. That's to stop the balls, or
No, that's how they get from, because of the viaducts here, you see.
right? Yeah.
That's to get from one side of the golf course to the other, because that's where the viaduct is. It starts
Right. Oh, okay. But I just, to be honest with you, even if that was clear, getting a bike over there, it'd be too much hassle. I just thought sometimes I like to have a little nose and see if there's a possible route, a cut through, to avoid the mud, but not this time. And anyway, look, you've got all the mud here as well,
Yeah.
so you're not really avoiding anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, because the thing is, they're going to be hitting high shot. There's the red
There's
flag.
the-
So this is the green, and I'm right behind the green. You know, it's a lethal but you were here. You were literally.
I was by there in
Yeah.
July and August. And like I said, there were 2 boats here near.
Do you know, it's a
the
shame
factory.
because it's another 300 yards of mud. Because I can't really cycle most of that, or it'd be a bit sketchy. It's another long. It makes a longer walk to the bridge, but mate, I can't really. If I've been hit once on the first morning, and there's nobody about. There's only probably been about 3 or 4 groups. There's nobody now. You know, so this is a quiet morning. I've already been hit. So I'm defo moving, and I think if I want that spot next to you, I'll probably have to move today, because some bugger will. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Some bugger will show up and take it.
Yeah. You've
Or-
either got behind it or in front of it.
Or, mate, I could go forward. I could go forward here.
And you've got right that every time you get off the boat, you're straight
That's
into that.
awful, isn't it? That mud. I don't want that. So, yeah, no. I think I'll move down to. If you don't mind, mate, I'll move down next to you because.
That's okay. Yeah.
And
Stay in a few days.
I arrived here yesterday. It was pretty breezy. It's now sort of 40-mile-an-hour cross breezes, 20-mile-an-hour steady wind, but we've got a high hedge on the right there. So I'm not feeling it so much. I probably will. I've got to move further down because through that hedge there is a there's a little robin. I'm going to feed the little robin before I go. I've got some mealworms. I threw them in the bin, and then Kevin spotted this little guy yesterday. I actually dug them out of the bin, which is not something I would ever do, but they were fully sealed. So I dug them out, and they're just awful things. Look at what's in this. They're dead and they're dried and all that, but they're still utterly gross. So I wonder if I can just attract them in. There we go. I want to give him a load because obviously now we're into mid-December. Well, we're near, you know, last third of December. It's life or death for these little guys. So I would stay here. I intended to look. There he is, he's grabbing another one. He's looking up at me. Hopefully he'll just scoff the lot. I put loads out yesterday. I've just heard a club strike a ball. I'm genuinely worried, right? I'm actually... Look, he's scoffing them, the little... Hopefully the camera will be showing him. The long whitish things are dried mealworms. And he's thinking about grabbing them. He's taking his time. I thought he'd be a bit more keen, but he was like this yesterday. We gave him a few yesterday, and they were gone this morning. And there's another ball striking at a club. Guys, I'm going to have to move. My bottle's gone, and the reason was I'm going to have to leave young Robin. We could have done a little sort of David Attenborough nature programme, except obviously one that we, you know, where the presenter has no knowledge of the animal in question. I could have done that, and I would have liked to have stayed and fed him in future days, but my problem is, so it's a quiet day and I've still been hit once, so if that's not a warning sign, I don't know what is. So it's time to move, basically. So this is Kevin's boat. We're going to sneak in here. I'm going to sneak in here. Some reverse on. I mean, I've been hit once. I think this is my first morning. I don't like getting close up to other people's boats, really. It feels slightly intrusive. Especially knowing how horrifically I snore. Not too bad, thanks.
You know, it's open up there, or
Open what, sorry?
we're talking about a tree had gone down yesterday.
I think Ring Clover's one.
It's what, sorry?
Ring Clover's one.
Oh, it's closed, is it?
Ring Clover there, but I don't know otherwise.
Okay.
Hiya. Yeah, not too bad. Muddy. Right. Job's a good one. Going to leave the engine charging. Because batteries are only 40%, so I need a good bit of charge, and there's just not much. There's no solar today. South is sort of that way, but it's obscured by trees. I'm not going to get any solar here. So you know, but that's winter, isn't it? You know, what are you going to do? Right guys, so this is the mooring, southern outskirts of Rugby, just before a big bend. There's more Armco around the corner, I believe. Almost certainly there's a couple of boats. Let's go and have a look. Almost certainly there'll be a few boats down there. There's always a few sort of loners, you know, outliers who prefer solitude. I'll be amazed if there aren't a couple of boats down here. Oh no, no, not a one. I'm not going to go too far because obviously the mud. Oh, there's an entrance. Hello. Hello. It's sort of an unofficial entrance, isn't it? Someone's basically taken a post out. There's a path down there. Okay, well I'll tell you what. I don't mind. This is 100 yards of mud away from the boat, and then I've got to get through this, which to be honest I don't like the look of. and then I can just take the bike through the golf course. But that way's Braunston, and there's a marina on the way. Potentially I could get fuel and coal there, but I've agreed to go for breakfast with Kev on Monday, which will be the 22nd or 3rd, at the place next to Clifton Cruises, and I think they're getting their fuel delivery on the 24th anyway. Before I set out, I would rather get fueled up, because I've only got about 5 litres left. I may have to cycle back to the petrol station for a refill to tide me over. But anyway, so I'm sort of stuck here now, at least until Boxing Day. So I'm stuck here until Boxing Day, and I'm sort of thinking, with the shops of Rugby and the facilities, and I still need a second laundry run, with all that, and of course I need a haircut, but with all that, like 2 things, but with those things to do, and with about 5 miles, 6 miles maybe, to the next marina down there, I'm thinking I might as well, and obviously no shops whatsoever, I'm thinking I might as well stay put. This isn't like the most fantastic mooring in the world, you know. It's pleasant. No, few of them are in winter. Few of them have a really nice aspect in winter, but it's peaceful. There's no scroats, no scallywags or anything like that I can see. I've got, you know, Kevin, cracking bloke, really nice fella. You will have potentially seen a bit of him when I was up at Brinklow a couple of months ago. Really nice guy. So he's moored next door, so there's a bit of company for a bit of chit chat and, you know, whatever. And that's nice. So you know, he's not a weirdo like yours truly, to be frank. The only potential fly in the ointment, there's always got to be one, is this golf course here, and the risk of balls, stray balls, sailing over these trees as they hit high shots. I know enough about golf to know the final shots into the green or high arcs. Anyway, lovely little mooring, quiet, as nice as a normal winter mooring as you could expect to get, let's be honest. I'll just scrape the excess mud off of the wellies there, always do that, and get myself in.